Alrighty guys, we have been talking about traditions. That is something that we are used to doing. To be used to doing something means that this activity is not new to you. There's nothing surprising about it. It's your present habit or something that you do very often. We usually use verb ing after it. For example, I am used to dressing up for Halloween. It's fun. Or, my brother is used to carving pumpkins the weekend before Halloween. He does that every year. Or, they are used to cooking family dinner together on Thanksgiving Day. We can also use a noun here. For example, I'm used to the subway in Moscow. It means there's nothing surprising about it for me. Or, he's used to Asian food. He can eat it and there is nothing weird about it for him. To make the sentences negative, we just add not to the verb be, and that's it. I am not used to dressing up for Halloween. I live in Russia. My brother is not used to carving pumpkins. He's cut his hand twice already. They are not used to cooking family dinner together, so they can't agree on anything. How can we ask a person about their present habit? We just put the verb to be first, right? Are you used to calling rugby football? Or, is her kid used to going trick-or-treating? Or, am I boring you with all these examples? Let's move on, guys. To talk about past habits, we can use a similar construction that is very often confused with that previous one. Used to do something means that an action was a habit in the past, but it is not like that anymore. For example, I used to celebrate Halloween every year, but then I moved to Russia and now I don't do that. Guys, this second part of the sentence doesn't even need to be here, because I used to do something already means that I don't do it in the present anymore. The negative form here is didn't use to do something. Be very careful here, guys. There is no ed in the negative construction. For example, I didn't use to curl my hair like this, but now I do. He didn't used to work so much, but now that's all he does. Guys, questions. Questions work the same way. We have did plus subject plus use to do something. Did you used to drink a lot of milk when you were a child? Did he used to volunteer at a homeless shelter on Thanksgiving? Both of these questions ask about past habits. Let's compare them, guys. To be used to doing something is about the present. We have be in front of used. Used never changes in negative sentences or questions. And we use verb ing or a noun after to here. To be used to doing something. Used to do something is about the past. There is no be in front of used. Used changes in negative sentences and questions and needs didn't to form them. After used to, we need an infinitive. Used to do something. Didn't use to do something? Did you use to do something? Guys, another thing I would like to mention here is would. Surprisingly, sometimes we can use would to talk about the past. What? Yeah. We can use would plus base form of the verb to talk about something that happened regularly in the past, but only in positive sentences and only with action verbs, no states here. For example, let's imagine I'm telling you a story about my childhood. We would go to our country house every summer. I would wake up with the sun and ride my bike all day long. Would go and would wake up are about my past. my past actions that don't happen anymore. Instead of would here, we can also use used to. We used to go to our country house every summer. I used to wake up with the sun and blah, blah, blah. But I used to be happy means that I'm not happy anymore, which is not true, but for our example, let's take it. I would be happy is wrong. It doesn't mean the same thing, because to be happy is a state, and we can't use would for a past state, only for a past action, okay? Hope you got it. But just to make sure, please do a couple of exercises under this video.